So, question of the day. Would I use my iPhone 13 Pro as my primary camera to create content? Probably not.
They don't think we can keep making hits about cameras. But I'm the cameraman. But I'm the cameraman. Stay creamy. Yeah, started on a 50 mil lens.
Hey, if this is your first time coming to the channel, I'd like to welcome you. This is Lessons Learned with Cameras. My name is Willie. And today we're going to talk a little bit about the iPhone 13 Pro. Now, the other day, this is what happened to me. I was kind of packing some of my stuff, getting ready for this trip me and my wife are about to go on just for one day. And of course, I'm trying to decide what camera gear I'm going to bring with me. So during the research process, my phone rings. I answer to take care of that. Then all of a sudden I go back to research and then I get a notification. Put that on ignore, go back to it. But then I looked over at my iPhone 13 Pro and the first thing I thought was, you know, it would be really nice to go on a trip and just use my phone as my primary means of making content and how easy that would be. So put the phone back down. I went ahead and went back to research and then I got another notification. Then immediately I just changed my mind. I was like, man, this would suck to create content on this phone and getting all these notifications at the same time. So then it made me think about it. It's like, let me come out here and do a video and kind of explain why I'll never use my iPhone 13 Pro as the main means of making content, whether it's YouTube or any other platform. Oh, by the way, I'm using my iPhone 13 Pro Max to create this content. I know that's kind of a contradiction, but I figured if I'm going to be talking about the device, I might as well use it. And that way it kind of helps me explain it better, having it out here in my hand while I make this video. So without further ado, here's my 5 reasons why I'll never use my iPhone 13 Pro to make video content as the main camera. Reason number 1, the video transfer process. So when I'm using my iPhone 13, I like to use the highest possible video quality I can. So I shoot it in ProRes, then I go to airdrop it onto my MacBook Pro. Now, this is the part that I don't like because it's time consuming, just about as time consuming as it would be if I used Catalyst Browse for rendering video clips. You think about it, if you're trying to render, or my fault, if you're trying to transfer a ProRes clip, you're talking about a 1-minute clip will be about 5 gigs, 4K 24, and the time to airdrop it is about close to 3 minutes. I make a lot of mistakes when I'm making videos, so there's a lot of clips that I have to transfer over so I could take a look at it, or I could look at it on my phone. But that time alone for multiple clips, that's going to be an issue. That's like another step in the process of content creating that is very frustrating, very annoying. Reason number 2, shot composition. You want to use your best lenses, so you're going to use your rear-facing cameras. And when you do that, you can't see yourself. Everybody knows that, but I know there's workarounds for it. You can use that little mirror that's a cold shoe mount, or you can take your Apple Watch, wrap it around your phone and use that. But overall, those are adding more steps to the process. Is definitely a downfall when it comes to creating content. If you want to utilize the best your device can provide, you can't even see yourself while you're doing it. Number 3, video clips eat through hard drive storage. Now, my iPhone 13 Pro Max is a 512 gig one. I know there's a 1 terabyte, and if I was going to use this as my primary source, I would have got that. I already knew from the beginning I was just going to be using my phone to get B-roll clips. It does eat through a lot of your storage. Like I said earlier, 1 minute ProRes 4K 24, that clip will take up close to 5 gigs or more worth of memory. So that's something to keep in mind when using your iPhone 13 Pro. Number 4, the ergonomic design. It's rectangular shaped, doesn't really feel like a camera when it's in my hand, at least a traditional one. So that takes a little getting used to. It just doesn't feel right unless I'm holding the phone vertical, but I don't like taking vertical video. So it takes a little bit of getting used to. It just feels weird. Like even now, doing this vlog, whatever you want to call it. It just feels weird holding it out in front of me like this. And I don't know why when I hold a phone out, it feels this way versus when I hold a regular camera. So that's something else I don't like, form factor in your hand. Last but not least, the phone is my main means of communication. So I don't personally like using the same device that I use for primary communication to take video, take photos with. Now, I don't mind the occasional couple of B-roll clips here and there, a couple of photos, post to social media, that's fine. But I'm talking about like content creating like this, then all of a sudden I get notification, banners to pop up and all that, or phone calls trying to come in. Again, there's workarounds. You can put your phone in airplane mode, I know that. And you also can turn off and deactivate your banners. But again, more steps to the process that just makes it just more annoying for me. So there you have it. Those are my reasons, 5, why I just wouldn't use this for primary content creating. Again, it serves really good to get my B-roll, get some photos, stuff like that, but nothing serious. And again, it's not because of the picture quality or video quality. I have no problems with that. I don't mind the oversaturated greens, the punchiness. That never bothered me for what I create. So it was more just the other steps in the process that always annoyed me. Well, the only video quality I don't like about the 13 is that cinematic mode. It just looks too gimmicky. Like it was all blurry around my ears and stuff. But anyway, I know they'll get better with that and later, probably in the 14 or so forth. But still, that's my take on it. What's yours? What do you think? Do you think the iPhone 13 Pro could be used as a primary means of content creating? I know there's plenty of content creators that use it, and I don't knock their hustle, you know. I think it's definitely quality-wise, I think it's for sure up to par. I don't have a problem with that. It's just all the other steps in the process. And I couldn't even imagine doing a talking head video at home in my studio with it without having some way of establishing shot composition, you know. But again, using rear-facing cameras, it would be hard to be able to get the lighting right and everything else. So I don't know, my take on it. Again, what's yours? Put it in the comments, and that'll be it for this video. If you like this, felt it was useful or at least educational, please give me a thumbs up. If you want to see more content like this, don't forget to subscribe, and I will see you in the next video. Okay, one alibi. I know there's going to be people out there that's going to say the best camera is the one you have on you at the time. You know, don't get me started on that. You know, that statement is probably the most blanketed statement I hear on YouTube, and it's so regurgitated that I really don't think people apply a deliberate thought process when they're saying that. I think they hear other people say it and they're like, oh, cool, this makes sense. But I can tell you, I have had plenty of times where the camera on me wasn't always the best camera. And even with that camera, the shot was useless. So again, just my take on it. Thought I'd throw that alibi in there. And then I could throw another alibi. Gear doesn't matter. No. Okay, I'm gonna quit. Hey, talk to you later.